All right, what up, y'all? Back again with another video, some more commentary, and this is me just speaking about uh, DEI again, really, but just the tears that people have about it, and just share my thoughts per usual. You know, if it all, sound like a broken record, huh? Well, I feel like a broken record because I already made this point. But I'm going to say it again because I briefly made statements of this nature. And yeah, so this is now the full fledged video, at least, um, of my commentary about this whole DEI situation that a lot of people are up in arms about. I still think that although I do believe that everybody's entitled to feel however they feel about anything, I feel as though that these any company, any entity, organization, whatever, deciding to pull back or to drop their DEI practices, whatever the heck that means or whatever the case is, right? And people feeling upset about it, I just honestly feel like you're wasting your tears. You're wasting your literal and figurative tears. You're stressing yourself about it. Now, people going to do what they want. At the end of the day, I get, I stopped stressing myself out trying to get people to see things the way that I see them, you know? Because there was a point in my life where that's what I was doing. I would say, "Oh, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just sharing my opinion." But no, for real, like this time, I'm really just sharing my opinion when I do these things. I'm not trying to get people to see things how I see things because a lot of y'all, I'm just going to come out and say it, a lot of y'all are dumb and doomed. Dumb and doomed, and I look dumber and more, yeah, I just look dumber trying to argue with you all, you know? Uh, so there is that. But with that being said, I'm still going to say what I have to say. That don't mean I'm not going to state my opinion. I'm just not going to do it anymore with this hope that people are going to see things the way that I see them or hear a different perspective and say, "Oh, I never really thought about it that way." Now, people have told me that they've done that when they listen to a podcast, they watch a video, and that's great. But I'm not going to do it, like I said, for the sole purpose of trying to do that, or at least trying to make that a mission of mine. Um, but yeah, like everyone who's upset with DEI, um, these practices not being, I guess, practiced anymore. Like I said, I really think honestly you all are wasting your time and you're going to do whatever the heck you want to do at the end of the day. But here's my thing about it, right? You're crying over businesses and organizations that if it's as easy for them to say we're going to do away with diversity, equality, and inclusion, right? If it's so easy as a regime change for them to say we are going to be for or against it, they never was really for it and to begin with. It's like if somebody or some business was pro LGBT, right? All this, let's celebrate the queer community and all that stuff, right? You see in the back of Claire's truck, there's the trans flag, right? The trans pride flag. And that'd be if there was somebody who claimed to be all about that, right? Once June comes around. But the other months of a year, they are the most you know, uh, uh, anti-LGBT person, or they simply just don't care about the community in the first place outside of June. Do you really think that person or that entity is worth your tears? Is worth the salt from your tears? Is worth your salty little feelings, even if you're not crying literally? I think you're wasting your time. But hey, like I said, people are going to do what they want to do. Like people are dumb, and yeah, I'm saying people who know better and don't do better are dumb, and people who refuse to see anything differently or see things for how they are. Let me put it that way. People who refuse to see things for how they are, not how they wish they were. You know, I think you're dumb, and that's just the God honest truth. So when you see the title here, and the title being DEI Isn't Real, I'm talking specifically about the people and the entities that, you know, um, just are dropping their practices of, like I said, diversity and equality, and inclusion, right? Equality, not inequality, but diversity, equality, and inclusion. Once again, if all it took was a regime change of the presidency where they feel as though they don't have to be quote woke anymore, they feel as though they don't have to, like, even if it's that situation, they're putting on an act. They're pretending to be or to have a moral stance that they don't have. Even if this supposed moral stance is actually against DEI, against diversity, equality, and inclusion, they're still pretending to be that. How could you respect anybody, any entity for that? How is it worth crying about it? But I'm in these circles. I'm a writer, so I'm in these writer circles, and these people, a bunch of liberals, of course, and they're upset. They're upset. They're really crying over these organizations where that's all it really took. That's all it really took was a regime change for them to, and I won't say show their true colors because they're interchangeable. You don't know how they feeling. They're going with the business. They're going with the political change. They're going with their pockets. And the only true color they got is green, money. That's all. That's the only thing they care about. So if they're going to take a stance on something, a political stance on anything, best believe these brands are going to do it with the thought of what's going to bring the greenbacks, not what's going to be the morally just thing to do. I'm not saying every brand is like that, but I am going to say that the ones who are, quick to change tides will be that. So with that being said, y'all, like that's all I had to say. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this, because I'm just getting over a sickness, but also it's really that simple. I wanted to put that message out there. Again, if you agree with it, that's great. If you disagree with it, that's also fine. I'm just putting my thoughts out there. I really don't give two F's, to be honest with you, about DEI or about seeming like I don't care at all, because people are crying about these businesses dropping their DEI practices. My advice is simply this: go find their competition and see if they support it, and then support them, or you simply just stop taking, or realize, honestly, not even stop taking them at face. Well, yeah, that is true. Stop taking these brands at face value, but realize that any business, whether they seem to morally agree with you or not, they are out for themselves. It's all about money. So when you stop putting your little moral stances on these folks and acting as if though they're supposed to, uh, you know, do everything that you would do or you would supposedly do, then you're not stressing about this shit. But that's just from me speaking personally. I really could care less about, Target's standpoint on DEI. I would really couldn't care less about any, big arts organization that decided that they wanted to drop their DEI practice. I don't care. You want to know why? Because I can create my own opportunities, as black folks have been doing anyways. Also, like I said, you can go to their competition. Speak with your damn wallet. All right. But that's all I really have to say about it. So, yeah. Y'all leave your comments down below. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, until next video. Peace.
Is that against the rules? It's this kind of racing.
Is that true, Claire? Samson did what anyone would do.
It doesn't matter. The bastard killed Dean. He has to pay for it.
What do you want from me? You killed like everyone.
Claire, it was an accident. It's racing.
I loved him. Loved him more than life itself. And now I'm supposed to let this... I'm supposed to let this shit go? That what you expect?
Yes, Claire. You'll let him go.
Ha! You're fucking kidding me.
He might be a grade A corpo shit, but he didn't murder Dean. And flatlining him won't make you feel any better.